What's up, everybody? My name's Marcus. This is my 1989 Chrysler Conquest. I'm going to take you guys on an adventure with me. As I stated in the beginning, my name's Marcus. That's my project. Or some people call it a pile of shit, but you know what? It's my pile of shit, and I like it for that. But, like I said, this is my 1989 Chrysler Conquest TSI. Also known in other parts of the world as a Mitsubishi Starion or the Starion ESIR. It came in a bunch of level trim packages. This one, in particular, factory wide body version of the car. Now, they did sell it with a narrow body, but we didn't get a whole lot of those in the States. We mainly got these. These being a gray import through Chrysler, partnered with Mitsubishi of Japan. There's a whole story behind that, but we won't delve too far into the history of it today. Main point of this series being, well, there's going to be a whole series about this. This one is going to be all about this car. Now, I've got several choices of motor, a couple different choices of transmission, and a couple different ways that we can go with this car. Now, ignore the broken light in the background. It's been flashing for like a week, and I'm just too lazy to fix it. But factory motor, Mitsubishi 4G54B. Some would say the grandfather to the 4G63. That's a really odd way of putting it, but it does hold some truth. The G54B from the factory was a turbocharged forklift motor. Not great, really torquey down low, 2.6 liter turbo 4-cylinder. It was okay, wasn't great, didn't make a lot of power, didn't make a ton of torque, had a small turbo on it. It was okay. All right, nothing great. I blew that factory motor up 3 times. I bought this car in like 2013 or 14 out of a junkyard in Montana. I think it was Anaconda, Montana. And it's basically been sitting its entire life. You know, I put motors in it. They keep going. Pretty sure it's 99% user error. That's my fault. It's all on me. But I rebuilt the stock motor 3 times, put it back in. Every single time, something went catastrophically wrong. I don't have a great track history with this car or the motors that have been in it. After the factory motor popped several times, I've gone through, shoehorned a Ford 5-liter in it. You know, for those of you who don't know what a 5-liter means, it is a 302 Ford small block, so 302 cubic inches. It was backed by a T5 5-speed out of an SVO Mustang for the better gear ratio. Went through full Pro Comp ignition system, digital dash, rear mount battery, the whole 9 yards, Miser electric water pump, better camshaft. And on paper, it was great. On paper, it was amazing. In practicality, not so much. I struggled with constant issues with overheating and re-verified timing, had to chase electrical gremlins all around. It just wasn't a great time. So that motor's gone now. As you could see, engine bay is completely empty. Now I've got 2 different options. The first one I'm about to show you. What we have is this little guy right here. You might be able to tell it down there. You can see it. Mazda 13B. More specifically, a 13B MSP out of an RX-8 from around 2004 to 2006. What's special about this motor is that it's a 6-port. So 6 intake ports compared to the automatic versions of the cars that had the 4-port. Layman's terms, this one was better naturally aspirated. It flowed more air up high and had better torque down low. So it's just all around a better engine for the RX-8. Made low 200s when it was new. Nothing crazy, nothing special, nothing fancy. But it's enough to where I can improve it and make it a bit better and be better than what was in here before. My other option. I've been sitting on this other one for a while. And it's currently in the machine shop now, but I have pieces of it here. Here's a bunch of the pieces scattered everywhere. The block should be right here. Cylinder head's there, and if this gives you guys any indication, twin cam. The parts you see behind me here and here, and all these here, is for a Toyota 1.6, specifically a 4AGE, which came out of a 1985 Toyota MR2. That motor, about 7,000, 8,000 RPM, about the same, RPM max as the rotary over here. Made a little bit less horsepower, mid 100s, nothing crazy. It was an NA motor out of an MR2. Could have went for the GZE, but don't really want it. That's the other option. That one I've got fully built internals for. I've got it, turbo. I've got everything to put it back together, but I've also got everything for that guy in the background. So still, it's up in the air, just deciding what I want to do at this point. But that's, like I said in the beginning, part of this series. I'm going to take you guys on the adventure with me, and we're going to figure it out. Starting with cleaning the engine bay, because notice it is an absolute logistical nightmare in here. We got wiring for the old Pro Comp for the V8. That's all going to go away. Terminal for the rear mount battery. Coolant lines. Still has the AC lines hiding down there. Power steering box. Those I'm not going to touch because they are impossible to replace. But yeah, so that's about all I'm going to get into for this one. Hope I haven't bored you guys too much with all just the talk, but it's what's going to end up happening a lot. So if you guys want to stick around for the ride, see what happens, see what goes down, and learn with me, because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff that I've never done before. Like with the rotary, I'm going to try my hand at supporting. Never done that before in my life. I'm going to try and figure it out and see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I ruin an iron or two, and I replace them. With the 4A, never built a motor to this capacity before. Built internals, high compression, turbo, all of the works. Haven't done that before either. So it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be a long learning process, and I want to bring you guys on that journey with me. So, Series 1.